If you've been thinking about downsizing for a while but keep telling yourself, I'm not ready yet, I just want you to know something important. You don't need to be ready to take the first step. You just need to take a step that feels safe. Most downsizers think action means committing to something big, listing the house, packing the boxes, making a final decision. And because that feels overwhelming, they do nothing at all. But the first step in downsizing is not a decision, it's information. I've worked with many clients who said, I don't want to start because I'm afraid it will turn into pressure. And I always tell them the same thing. The right first step should actually lower your stress, not raise it. So let me walk you through what I call the first step framework, the way downsizers can move forward without feeling rushed, trapped, or pushed into anything they're not ready for. And if you want the printable version of this framework, just let me know. I'm always happy to share. I'm Denise, and I help longtime homeowners downsize with clarity, protection, and confidence, especially when they want to move forward carefully. I work with people who don't want hype. They want calm. They want honesty. And they want to know they're not going to be talked into something they'll regret. Here's the biggest misconception about taking action. People think action locks them in, but the right action actually opens things up. When you take a safe first step, you're not committing. You're gathering clarity. Unfortunately, most people skip the step entirely. They wait until the pressure builds, until something forces a decision, until downsizing feels urgent instead of thoughtful. I've seen people stay stuck longer than they wanted simply because they didn't realize there was a gentle way to begin. Here's what the first safe step actually looks like. Step 1 is a calm, no pressure conversation. No timelines, no commitments, no talk of listing paperwork. Just a clear conversation about your life, your concerns, and what you want your next chapter to feel like. Step 2 is understanding your real options, not guesses, no internet assumptions, real options, including timing flexibility, market contacts, and protected pathways that match your comfort level. Real options, including timing flexibility, market contacts, and protected pathways that match your comfort level. I had a client who said, I thought calling you meant I had to be ready. She laughed when she realized the conversation actually made her feel calmer than she had in months. Step 3 is deciding what not to do yet. This is the part people love. We intentionally take things off your plate. No decluttering marathons, no pushing to look at homes, no pressure to explain anything to family until you're ready. When people realize they're allowed to move slowly and thoughtfully, something shifts. Their shoulders drop, their breathing changes, and suddenly downsizing doesn't feel like a threat. It feels manageable. This framework works because it replaces fear with clarity and pressure with permission. You're not just jumping into a decision, you're stepping into understanding. And once downsizers realize they don't need to be ready to begin, they just need a safe first step, action finally feels possible. When people realize they're allowed to move slowly and thoughtfully, something shifts. Their shoulders start to drop, their breathing changes, and suddenly downsizing doesn't feel like a threat. It feels manageable. This framework works because it replaces fear with clarity and pressure with permission. You're not jumping into a decision, you're stepping into understanding. And once downsizers realize they don't need to be ready to begin, they just need a safe first step, action finally feels possible. If you'd like the first step framework in checklist form, just let me know. It's designed to help you move forward calmly, thoughtfully, and at your own pace.